Hello to my wonderful scrappy friends out there. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I am here now with day 4 of the Christie's Beautiful Life's 30 days of sketches, and I'm got this sketch up on the screen of what I am working with, and this sketch was done by Cheryl Ashcraft. And so if you do see her, give her some love, because this sketch is absolutely gorgeous. I had a long time thinking about this sketch and what I was going to do with it and how I was going to get it to look anything like the sketch. And there was sort of 3 things that I noted. That there was the cluster right up the top in the top left hand corner, that zigzaggy bit that went through, and then the clusters at the bottom. So I was kind of working with that. I looked at this wood grain paper that I have, and I was trying to think how I could get that kind of weaved zigzag that was in the sketch, and I kind of tried for a while, and I tried quite a few different things. So I start off with some paper from the In Bloom collection. If you can hear something in the background, that's my dog playing ball. I do apologize for it, but I'm on a short time frame and have to get this voiceover done really quickly before tea, so I'm just going to plow on through with him being a noisy little pain in the butt in the background. So you can see there I cut up that wood grain, and I was trying to mimic how the sketch was in the background, and ultimately it just kind of didn't work. So I got rid of that In Bloom paper, and I bring in a different paper. Now this one's from the Hope and Kindness collection. I have quite a bit of my Hope and Kindness collection in bits and pieces left over. I had all the kits at one stage. I've done all the projects, but have lots of bits and pieces left. So I thought I'll use this. It's a beautiful, lovely pink colour. It's an absolute stunning colour. Paper with a beautiful soft printed flowers over the top of it. So here I am again trying to work in that kind of offset zigzag. Think that's not working. Maybe try them one side and the other. Now I do have, and this is absolutely laughable at the end, because I spent all this time patching this back together. I do have a full sheet of this wood grain paper, believe it or not, but after having cut it all up and tried half a dozen different things, I decided that I'm going to put it all back together. And I worked on this for a long time, guys, a real long time. It is quite laughable how long I worked on this. I have cut massive amount of footage out of me bit by bit pasting this back together, knowing that I wanted a cluster of embellishments on that right hand side. I wasn't too worried about it showing where I had cut and pasted bits and pieces, and in the end it kind of all went back together, and most of it's covered, which again is quite laughable. But there you go, guys, making something out of nothing. I trimmed that up, and then I start thinking about how I'm going to embellish this. Now I do have quite a few of the die cuts from the Hope and Kindness. They were absolutely gorgeous. They're a beautiful heavyweight craft with white embossing on them, so I do have quite a few of those left. And I cut a vellum doily. So that Hope and Kindness kit came with a vellum doily die, and I cut that out of vellum, but I patched that together too. I had 2 pieces of leftover vellum from the first layout I did on day 1, so I just, knowing most of it was going to be covered, I kind of patched that together. Here I'm bringing out some of those die cuts from Hope and Kindness, and I'm going to scurriage through what's left of that sheet before I start a new one. I've probably got little tiny bits and pieces left. This is the word hello, so there's actually letters that punch out of that to make the word hello, but I thought it would look nice as an accent. And this photo was taken at a Craft with Heart event here in Melbourne, and these are some of my bestie craft friends. And So if any of them watching, I am sending you a big hello, and I love yous all dearly. I have some of the best crafty friends in the whole wide world. I'm off to visit some in Perth very soon, and when we do get together, they really are so joyful, these girls. So what I did with that hello was I cut out the chipboard and then just put a piece of cardstock behind it, and a bit later on I glue that down. I had hand cut out of a piece of paper that was left over from that Hope and Kindness kit. I'd hand cut out some of those flowers, so fussy cut them, and I bought a few of those in, a cluster of them down the bottom and one up the top. And again, I'm trying to use little bits and pieces of things that I already have half used, and instead of using new stock, trying to use some of those bits and pieces that I've got left. So I've gone through and I found a couple of the embellishments from that metallic set, which I used in day art 3 as well. And I'm just reaching for the packet. That is the Yesterday and Today foil die cuts. And then what will I go through next? I do a little search through lots of different things I had in my stash, and my hand's just wandering around trying to find a spot for that little heart. This is a little collection I got from a consultant at a craft fair just after I signed up, so I thought I would pop that on the top there, and I bring in something else, I think a little postage stampy thing, and a little memo pad that I pop in the side there. So I really have brought stuff in from lots of different collections, collections that were in and had retired even before I become a consultant in March. So lots of tiny little bits and pieces, and I'm really enjoying being able to delve into the stash of stock that I have got here and use stuff that I haven't touched or not touched, but haven't finished up. So this is a little box of bits and pieces left over from my Backyard Bliss series. So I pulled a couple of tiny things out of that, a little flag and a leaf. And here I'm matting up the photo. So I've matted it on some yellow cardstock to match the hello and the little flag that's up in the top left-hand corner. I've then also matted it on a deep green. And I saved you guys having to watch me go through and attach all of those little bits and pieces again. So they're all attached down on the page. So I'm really close to finishing this one, guys, and I'm indicating there I just want a little bit of a border. So I don't like leaving just a patterned paper without an edge. If you've watched me for any time, I do tend to get my markers out and hand draw a little border or something around on my page. I just think it brings your page together without actually having to do a double mat on the outside edge. And then I'm adding just a few little squiggles because why not? I'm thinking that's nearly finished, but I'm adding one more little touch. I'm finding that negative space or white space, even though it's pink, is just a little bit too much for me. So I'm just adding a few sprinkles of the black shimmer brush just to add a little bit of detail and a little bit of texture in that background. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in for another day. I'm not sure how many days in a row I'm going to get. So far I'm doing okay. I really do appreciate you guys though hanging out with me, spending time with me and watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.